Well, Greg, first of all, thanks for inviting us. This is a really important debate for San Francisco, for the region, and I would argue both for the state and for the nation. 99 years ago, San Francisco was given a special right, and that was the right to store part of our water supply in a national park. No other city in the country has that right, and no other city has the adverse impact that our water system has on Yosemite National Park, the Stanislaus National Forest, and more importantly, the wild and scenic Tuolumne River. It's important to remember that our water comes from the Tuolumne River and is stored in 9 reservoirs, one of which is called Hetchy. So many of us think our water comes from Hetchy, but in fact it comes from the Tuolumne River. So we believe that given the special right that San Francisco was given 99 years ago, that we have a special responsibility, at least once every 99 years, to revisit that decision and see if we can't do better. And multiple studies over the years, and I know Jim will bring them up, he's got them under his arm here, have demonstrated that, in fact, San Francisco can still get its water from the Tuolumne River and still generate power along that river, but store its water supply elsewhere without harm being done to it. We think that's worth exploring further. The problem is San Francisco has not been a part of those conversations. They, for all intents and purposes, boycotted those studies. So we put Proposition F on the ballot in an effort to ultimately accomplish the goal of restoring Hetchy, and I'll be very clear about that. We're with Restore Hetchy, but you can't consolidate from 9 reservoirs into 8 without first making reforms to the system. And we think there are important reforms that need to be made because San Francisco, rightly or wrongly, we don't recycle a drop of water, and we pretty much treat our rainwater as sewage, whereas most other cities and counties in California have made significant investments over the last 25 to 30 years to capture the rainfall more successfully, more importantly, recharge their aquifer, and look at recycling water. And so we have linked reforming the water system and guaranteeing our future water security by building up our local water resources with then some environmental benefits, which would be the restoration of Hetchy Valley, improving flows on the wild and scenic Tuolumne River, where the salmon population has all but disappeared, and reducing polluted stormwater runoff into the bay. It's just a plan. Prop F doesn't get me a restored Hetchy Valley, and it doesn't get us more recycled water. It's just a plan. The plan would have to be brought back to the voters in 2016. So we think this is an incremental first step, a small one, in fact, but admittedly an important one, and an important conversation for a city like San Francisco that rests or stands on its green values, on its environmental values, and yet we have a water system that's last in the state in so many ways.